be more than human. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is J.R. Carroll. I am the author of the More Than Human novels. And today we are going to be doing the 2023 Book Awards. Now, I came together with a committee of individuals to see who would win the awards in each of the categories this year. There are some new categories this year and some of the favorites, but let's get in and see who won. These are all books that were read this year. And we will start off with a good one, the book cover of the year. Now, there are 3 nominees in this category. There is Neon Ghost by Daniel Green, The Dead Take the A Train by Richard Kadrey, and the final book, The Sword Defiant by Gareth Harahan. And the winner, The Dead Take the A Train. Now, this book is, if the camera can get a good picture in on that, what an amazing cover. So different, such good art on that, and the colors just pop right off the black background. It was a very close discussion this year for that, but definitely the cover of the year. Now, let's go on to the science fiction book of the year. And the nominees are Lightbringer, Aftermath from Expeditionary Force, The Engineer from The Last Horizon, Neon Ghost, and Troy Rising, Live Free or Die. And the winner for Science Fiction Book of the Year, Lightbringer, Pierce Brown. And Lightbringer was just this huge book release that myself and the committee were all waiting for, because we'd been reading all of the Red Rising books throughout the year, started it this year and caught up, which I didn't think we would be able to do. But it was a tight race, but definitely we feel good about Lightbringer bringing home the trophy for Science Fiction Book of the Year. Now, let's go to Character of the Year. And the nominees are Darrow from Red Rising, Alex Stern from the Alex Stern series Hell and Hellbent, Jon Snow, A Song of Ice and Fire, Tyler Vernon, Troy Rising, and Shay, Greenbone Saga. And the Character of the Year goes to Tyler Vernon from Troy Rising. Tyler Vernon is just a super intelligent / lucky character. He has certain political beliefs that are very entertaining to see put into a book, and that you don't see very often. He takes chances that other characters just wouldn't take, and which makes him just super entertaining to see kind of go through this space opera invasion story that happens. Now, let's go on to Romance of the Year. And the nominees are The Savior's Champion, The Cyborg Tinkerer, Haunting Adeline, and Waybound. And the committee's choice for Romance of the Year, Haunting Adeline. Now, Haunting Adeline is a book that my wife got me in the committee to read this year, and I read the duet, which is Hunting Adeline, afterwards. And it is one of the darker romance stories I've ever read. But I don't think it would be as popular as it was if there wasn't a great story behind it, which H.D. Carlton comes up and is definitely a really good story. And Hunting Adeline gives you more story, still some romance, but more story than romance. Great duet to read if you're into any kind of romance at all, which I'm normally not, but all right. So let's get into horror novel of the year. And the nominees are Pet Sematary, Torment, Hyperion, or Empire of the Vampire. And the horror novel of the year goes to Pet Sematary by Stephen King. This book was a book a long time coming. Was supposed to read it last year. But once me and the committee got around to it, what a masterful book. It is a legendary horror book for a reason. Stephen King really says that it's probably his scariest book he's ever written, especially if you're a parent, and it is 100% true. Kudos to Stephen King and Pet Sematary. Now, let's go to the villain of the year. And the nominees are Cersei Lannister, The Cemetery from Pet Sematary, Baron Vladimir from Dune, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, and Rune from Mistborn. And the villain of the year is Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. American Psycho is a book me and the committee have been meaning to read for quite some time. The movie was amazing, and the book, it takes a little bit to get into the book, get past all of the clothing descriptions, but a fantastic book and such a amazing villain that you get to follow through the whole series. If you're into shocking books, definitely check out American Psycho. Now, let's get into the fantasy book of the year. The nominees are Mistborn, A Clash of Kings, The Olympian Affair, King Bullet, and Tyranny of Faith. And the nominee's choice for Fantasy Book of the Year is A Clash of Kings from A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. This is the book that most people put at the top of the list for A Song of Ice and Fire. I myself struggled to pick between it and A Dance with Dragons, but A Clash of Kings really has the most iconic moments of the series, and I believe most people agree with that. So, let's move on to Shocking Book of the Year. The nominees are Tender is the Flesh, The Wasp Factory, American Psycho. And the Shocking Book of the Year, the nominee's choice, American Psycho. As we stated earlier with Patrick Bateman, this is an amazing book. It is a cult classic for a reason. It is just a deep dive into a freaking psychopath, and if you're not squeamish, this is a book that you should read. If you are squeamish, stay away from it at all cost, because there is no censoring in this book whatsoever. But all the other books were great as well in the shocking book category. Now we are going to look at series of the year. What series dominated the year? And the nominees are the Cinder Spire series, Red Rising, The Last Horizon, A Song of Ice and Fire, Mistborn. This was the hardest one for the committee to decide, and the winner was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a series that was started towards the beginning of the year, and we didn't think we were going to be able to catch up when Lightbringer was released, but it was so addictive, and I think a lot of people are down on the first book more than they should. I truly loved the first book, and I don't think there is a bad book in the series. I think some go a little higher than others, but I think it is started off amazing, and I think each book has stayed amazing. My only complaint may be that some of them are a little too long, but to each his own, and Red Rising is the series of the year. Now, to the big category, the category you've all been waiting for, the book of the year. The nominees are Haunting Adeline, Pet Cemetery, American Psycho, Lightbringer, and A Clash of Kings. And the book of the year is Lightbringer, Pierce Brown. This book is you don't see how badly Darrow gets. It's a culmination of bad things happening to Darrow and great things happening to Darrow, and this book pushes it to the next level. In fact, I kind of thought we might be right there at the end, but I guess we got at least one, maybe two books left. But that was the book of the year. Very hard to pick in most of these categories, but the committee did their best. What did we miss? Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. What books maybe did I miss? What books do you agree with? And if you want to support the channel and my writing, check out the Patreon. You can join for just $1. But more importantly, remember, be more than human.